our mini tutorial on practicing creative abrasion in your innovation workflow, brought to you by InnovationForce. In today's session, you'll learn the following key concepts: the difference between culture and capabilities, what is creative abrasion, why is it important, and where can we practice it in our innovation workflow. We'll also share some learning resources where you can dive deeper into the topic. But first, let's dive into the difference between creating culture versus capabilities. An innovation culture is typically practiced in an organization when organizations aspire to having a shared purpose, they have shared values, and an agreed way of interacting and working with each other. This could include having the ability to create psychological safety when it comes to driving new ideas. It can also be measured through respect and trust, or in the mindsets of individuals that are engaging in the innovation process within the organization, being open, curious, having cultures of learning. These are all cultural components that are important when it comes to driving an innovative mindset inside of an organization. On the other hand, capabilities are things you can do in your innovation process that will help you develop and build a better culture for innovating inside of your organizations. And it was the teachings of Dr. Linda Hill in her book, Collective Genius, that have brought us to three important capabilities that we'll cover in these tutorials. The first is creative abrasion, which is what we're going to be talking about today. And that's having diversity of thought in a marketplace of ideas where constructive debate and conflict can occur. Creative agility is creating cultures of learning where through the experimentation, rapid experimentation cycles, and capturing learnings for quick sharing, allow organizations to be agile, drive growth. And then finally, creative resolution. This is the capability of having integrated and fair decision making throughout your organization so that it's transparent and trusted. In today's session, we're going to focus on the first capability, creative abrasion. And what we have found in InnovationForce is that those organizations that can focus in on these three capabilities actually build better culture over time. So, what is creative abrasion? What are the key characteristics and components that you can build inside of your organization to have the best creative abrasion? First, it's a marketplace of ideas. These ideas can come from anywhere. In the InnovationForce world, we like to say anyone and everyone can innovate. And so by having an open marketplace of diverse ideas where there can be competition amongst ideas, you have the confidence of knowing that you are spending your valuable resources and time on the best ideas. So the more full your marketplace can be, the bigger your idea pipeline will be, the more likely it is that your organization is going to have an easier time picking the best idea to put forward for experimentation and learning. The second key characteristic is diversity of thought, and that's bringing together people who think differently. They may have different styles of working. They may come from different departments, right? It's really key that we bring in a full and expansive view of how a problem could be solved inside of an organization from the subject matter experts and those that care and matter and feel that they have an opinion to share when it comes to solving or presenting an idea. Diversity of thought will only help you, but it may feel uncomfortable. And that's where this third capability comes in: constructive conflict and debate. The more ideas you bring in, the more diversity of thought you bring in, the more debate that you're going to have. And this is just the natural part of the innovation process. And it should become something you get comfortable with. Because if you aren't having healthy conflict and debate as part of your innovation process, you are stuck in status quo thinking. And that is what the innovation process is setting out to change. We're driving transformation, growth, and change to create agile problem-solving organizations. And the only way to get there is to go and stretch into what may feel uncomfortable. And that is driving constructive conflict and debate. And that's what creative abrasion is all about. Having many ideas from people who think quite differently, where they can come together and have a safe place to debate these ideas and then reach decision on what ideas are going to move forward in the innovation process rapidly. Why do I say rapidly? It's because if you cannot build creative abrasion early enough into your process and drive decisions, time adds up. Time is not only costly, it's the silent killer of innovation. The longer an idea sits in a pipeline without being discussed, the more likely it is that that idea is going to fail. It will not advance, it's going to become stale. And as I like to say, stale ideas won't scale. So it's really, really important to practice creative abrasion through the lens that we're here to make rapid decisions and save the organization time and money. On average, an organization that is taking 12 months to make a decision on new ideas, it's costing them up to $250,000. And then to pilot an idea once the decision is made, if you are not practicing healthy creative abrasion, these pilots will take longer. If your pilot process is taking 3 to 4 years or even more, you are spending at least $500,000 in just meetings alone. These costs add up to $750,000 on average for the normal Fortune 1000 company that's practicing decision by committee. We recommend, instead of spending decision by committee, have the courage to embrace creative abrasion and have diversity of thought. If you're going to bring a committee together, have the diversity of thought to hash some of these difficult discussions and get them out in the open fast, because the sooner you can vet these discussions out faster, you're going to be able to save a lot of time and money in the decision-making process around innovation. And for us, we're able to see our customers make decisions up to 85% faster by practicing creative abrasion and using our InnovationForce workflow, which standardizes the process of innovation and scales it across the workflow so that everyone can participate in the just in time for the small pieces of the process that we need them to participate in. So creative abrasion is a really important skill set. As you can see, it's not only going to create better culture, it's going to create better unity across your organization. People are going to feel seen, they're going to feel heard, they're going to know they matter, but it's also going to save you a lot of time and money. And so where can you practice creative abrasion in a normal innovation workflow? Well, if you're using design thinking methodologies, you probably have some sort of process in place to practice innovation. We like to insert creative abrasion practices right into step one of the scoring process. So as ideas come in through your pipeline, rapidly scoring those ideas so you have a bit of data behind which ideas are trending inside of your organization, and then bringing the top ideas that are trending to your committee of subject matter experts that are diverse and can have a good, healthy debate on what to do with that idea. Even if you decide not to move forward, you could be saving yourself nearly $1 million by not wasting time by putting further thought into the idea. So kill ideas quickly, move them forward with confidence by using creative abrasion. Another great area to practice creative abrasion is during your test planning. So as you go to create those test plans for your pilot, we're going to want to pilot quickly. Bring in those subject matter experts that might have diverse ideas and get them thinking collaboratively on what is the best and fastest way to test the idea. Then in your go, no go decision, this is when the idea will have completed the pilot process, but the danger here is that it can remain lingering for a long time. It is important for you to bring that committee or whoever those subject matter experts are that have the ability to make a decision on the pilot together. And again, by practicing creative abrasion, you can make a good decision, a good judgment on what to move forward into production or not. And finally, during the approval process, we call it in the flight planning step. This is a really good place early on in the earliest part of your innovation process to practice creative abrasion. We have an open market system called marketplace called the Hangar, and this is where an entire industry comes together to collaborate on their challenges and find solutions. By tapping into this open and free marketplace that InnovationForce offers, you can bring the best ideas into your ecosystem in the intake process where people can upvote and debate on some of the things that are maybe catching their eye in the open marketplace in the Hangar. And so this gives you a really good way to have a little bit of creative abrasion starting early in your process by participating in open marketplaces such as the InnovationWorks Hangar, where wisdoms of crowd are coming together to create knowledge and trends on within an industry on what would be the best ideas to work on. If you leverage all of these capabilities and can practice creative abrasion, we believe that you will be able to make not only better decisions for your organization, you're going to make them faster. It's going to become a flywheel for your growth, and you're going to be able to build value, not just for your shareholders, but for your customers and your employees that are going to feel heard in the process. So with that, we thank you for joining us for this tutorial on creative abrasion. If you're curious and you'd like to learn more, please check us out at innovationforce.io. We'd love to demo our InnovationWorks platform for you and show you exactly how leading organizations are using our InnovationWorks platform to drive decisions faster using creative abrasion. Thanks, and look forward to seeing you in the second series.